Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Village Board meeting for Committee of the Whole for August 5th, 2026. Ask clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Betterman?
Here.
Daney?
Here.
Gansey? Here. Hopkins? Here. Laporte?
Here.
Swansky?
Here.
President Gunstein.
Here. Take us to our town hall portion. If anybody's here or online that would like to speak, please do so by stepping up to the podium. Said nobody's here. Close town hall portion of the. Take us to standing committee reports. Building and Zoning Chairman Hopkins.
For our summer intern, that she can present something to the board to get a little experience. And we started OpenGov permitting and licensing software in 2021. They have a transparency page that we have not been able to figure out how to work because there weren't a lot of instructions on that component. And so we gave Katie the task this summer to come up with how we can get some of the information out there to the public. And some of the reporting also is internal for staff only, but what you're going to see right now is the public-facing side. So with that, I'll turn it over to Katie.
Hi, good evening. So yeah, the Village of Bartlett has partnered with OpenGov, our permitting and licensing report software, to create a transparency portal where data and information will be available to the public and community to be observed and learn more about what the planning and development services do and operate under the village. And so the portal contains department stories with information and graphic charts about their operations, and we focus on the categories of building permits, our code enforcement division, and then licensing. And the goal is to enhance full transparency between the village and the community by providing an interactive and easy way for the community to view the data about our operations. And so this transparency portal will be available on the village website. And so when users first click onto the link or access the website, they're greeted with this homepage that just gives a brief summary and description about what we're trying to explain here and the categories that they could interact with. And so the three categories are listed up top on the menu, and you just click it like a website to open up to the first story. So for the first story, we have our building permits information. And so when users first click onto it, they're greeted with just an introductory summary about what some of the data they could learn about on permits, whether it being the permit types that get issued by the village or the number. And then also provided is a link to easily access the building permit application. So after learning about any data or information, they can click onto this website to learn more about the technical details or even apply for a permit on their own.
Can you zoom in to show what someone would see?
This we can't, it's not the best view to do a website on the screen, but if you scroll down, you kind of see what, it's a little bit.
Live?
It's not live right now. We wanted to show the board.
Oh, okay.
And then we were going to go live.
Okay.
So if you want to scroll down to the next.
Yes, so it's all interactive through just scrolling down to find the information and read about the story. But so it just goes a little bit into what a permit is and how we go about giving out the permits. But so first chart we see is the types of permits that can get issued, and this chart is focusing currently on this current year. And so all of these charts are interactive, and so when you hover over them, it will give you the count or amount of the data that you're looking at and the total. So for the deck permit issued this year, there's 46 deck permits that have been submitted for approval by the community, or there's 181 fence permits that have been submitted. But so all of these charts can be exported into a new tab to get viewed at a larger screen and provide more information and details. So you have the initial view of this chart, but if you scroll down, then you're able to see more of the details that go into the specific permits. So you can find out what type of permit it was, the work description, what contractor may have been used when the permit was submitted and issued. And one reason why this might be helpful for residents is if they want to learn more about the trends of a specific permit, then they're able to see like any contractors they might want to work with, or maybe like the project estimated time, or the project costs. So you can scroll over and look at these columns. So it shows like the project costs, the county, and if they're completed or not. But so say I'm a resident and I want to build a new deck. I can click the record type and I can filter out my data to specifically only look at deck permits. And so now I'm just only looking at decks, just some examples of permits, and I can see what was done with the deck when the permit was submitted, when it was issued by the village, and then it would show when it was completed with the data, and then I get an idea of any contractors I'd like to possibly learn more about to be able to build my deck. But so it's very like interactive and easy for any users, and you can mess around with the views. We provide pre-created views, but anyone can like change up the data and export it to find out any information that they specifically want to look at that we don't necessarily provide with the initial view.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
That's forward-facing, right, to the residents?
Yes.
Is that going to eliminate some of the FOIA requests that we get for contractor requests?
We're hoping. So a lot of communities put this information out, and then you can direct them to the website for these are the reports that we have. So it's
Or-
also streamlining that.
Or if a contractor's starting too early in the morning, they can take it upon themselves to call them directly?
Yes.
I have a quick question too. First off, awesome job. It's nice to have somebody that like dives into a software that we already have here and make it work for us. So
Thank you.
awesome job.
Thank you.
Excellent. My other question is it just residential or are commercial properties on here too?
We have commercial projects on here too. It's all building permits.
I would actually like to show if there's an incentive provided and have that, can that be like transparent on the portal as well?
That is not something that we do typically as part of the building permit itself. So we're kind of, I think, when we had originally talked, Jacob had met with the different departments and was trying to come up with like one transparency page. And I think with all the different data sources that all the departments have, it's really hard to compile everything in one location. So I think where we'd eventually go is like, we have our permit data transparency page. We'd have an overall landing page, but then there's one that's permit data. There'd be another one that could be economic, like development incentive data. So
Is it at least filterable, like can you filter it by residential versus commercial on
Yes.
here? So
Yes.
I can see every commercial permit that's outstanding. Does it show the cost of every permit then too?
So we put what the permit fees are. If you want to scroll down, here we can kind of do this a little quicker. So it kind of shows how like how much we've collected in permit fees. So we had a large project in April where we had this one. The auditor caught this today. So we went in and we were like, wow, that was a $404,000 building permit for an industrial build out. So things like that, you see information like that, and it's nice to be able to go, okay, what caused that leap in the information? So if you want to click on that one. Yeah. So you can, so it has how much the permit fee, that's the amount, and then the project cost is next to it.
Do you, or have you heard of any other places where someone might be monitoring this to call out people they don't see a permit for and they see them doing work at their home?
Right now, we don't have addresses on there, so it's something that we could add, but we thought that if we're having the project cost, some people, we do want to be respectful of privacy, so.
Yeah, I would agree. I wouldn't want my address displayed on there.
Just your phone number.
That's my picture.
So, but this will also limit, we do get a lot of calls asking for contractor recommendations, and we can't give recommendations, so we can point them here. If you want to scroll down how we had the one contract, or, oh, that's in license, if you want to,
Go to,
yeah.
so yeah, this is just the current year of contractor license that have been issued, but then when you go down into the details, you can see all the names of the contractor's business as well as the contractor type. And then again, users can go ahead and filter the information. So if I'm looking for a concrete contractor, I can go ahead and just type the word concrete, hit apply, and then all types of concrete contractors get listed for me, and I can get an idea of who I might want to work with. And then for the code enforcement, the public is able to make reports about problems or concerns that they see or hear about in the community and create it in this online portal called GoGov. And so then by providing details, it helps our code officers be able to complete an inspection and determine if the concern or problem is a code violation, and then move on from there to make sure that this violation becomes compliant. So this page just goes into detail about some of the common code violations that our code officers see. So it's a steady flow of like throughout the year, but starting with the warmer months, we see the increase of the tall grass and weeds starting about April. So that just increases with the violations, but all violations that are not seen in the categories like elevators, garbage cans are then under the code enforcement general. So that's the majority of the code violations that the officers receive is under the general, but it's just a big like category of that. But so it goes into depth about how many cases are initiated. So again, even if a case is initiated, it doesn't mean it's a violation automatically. The code officers will assess it and determine if it's a violation, and then comparing to how many code cases get completed in the year. And so,
Does it match violation to contractors so you could see a trend?
These are typically code enforcement, like property maintenance. It's not necessarily.
Oh, like when they're doing inspection?
It's not necessarily related to a permit.
Got it.
and then, so we have a chart showing that how the cases are initiated by. So again, with that GoGov portal that is open to the community where they can report concerns or problems, but also the code officers monitoring the community, or if they just notice things, they could create a code case that they notice is a violation to correct it. But so just based off the trend, majority, or not majority, but a lot of them are started by the code officers, but also there is a big amount that is introduced by the public, and so we focus on making sure that the public is heard and responded to. But so with code cases, how they work again, so there's an initial inspection when they first hear about the violation and go out there and inspect it to determine if there is a violation or not. And if there is to be determined a violation, then the code officers will go out again for a reinspection. And so in these charts, it kind of goes into if the violation was corrected after the reinspection or not. And then after the reinspection, if there still is a violation, it goes into the final inspection. And if the violation is not corrected at that time, then a local adjudication ticket will get issued. But so looking at the month of July, 35 violations were corrected after reinspection, 11 were not. So those 11 would get a additional final inspection. And so then 2 of those were corrected after the final inspection, but 5 were not. So then 5 tickets would then get issued. So it's helpful to see that a lot of the times that the initial inspection or like report that is given, it turns out to be not a violation, or after the second inspection, it turns to be corrected. And so most of the time, tickets are not issued and it doesn't get that far.
I have a question on that.
Yes.
Who's updating this? Like, who updates this live?
So Katie has written us instructions so that we can, because like I said, OpenGov did not have directions on how to do this. So it's very impressive that she was able to put this together.
How long is she here for?
I have her for one more week.
Where are you going to school?
I go to U of I down in Champaign.
So we are going to be updating this monthly. So it's like 5 reports that we have to take from OpenGov, import the information. It's a click of a button, really, and then you just click and update each of the graphs, and it just automatically does it all.
Couldn't they do like some kind of code to connect it straight to the system?
They say that it exists, we have yet to find it.
I wonder if you should call, because I feel like a developer would be able to write a code that would auto-update it.
I like it. I think it's important to put in there somewhere that these dates, that because I can't see it from here, so I don't know that it's not live.
Right, it's.
So that if somebody's looking at code complaints, they know it's not as of Monday or Tuesday.
Right. Do you want to say what it says?
Yeah, at the bottom of the chart, it says date updated August 3rd at 9:30 in the morning of 2026. So anytime, like on the internal version that you go and update or edit the report, then it automatically will say when it was updated.
Because it's not going to be updated till you come home for Thanksgiving break. Just putting that out. There's going to be a lot of updating in November.
But yeah, so another helpful chart, again, is just showing if the initial reports were determined to be a violation or not. So about 80 out of 545 from the overall current year were determined to not be a violation. So sometimes it is that they don't have to follow up and it doesn't have to be a violation. And then again, this chart on the right is showing how the public does use this GoGov software that is available to them to make the concerns or reports to help out the code officers if they see a violation or something they think is a violation.
What's the plan to roll this out to the public?
So we did an article in the BART letter saying that it was coming soon on the website because we wanted to do a presentation to the board first before we went live with it. So we're hoping to probably get it out later this month and then just kind of put little social media blasts, and we'll have references to it on our Facebook page, on Facebook. And we even talked about writing instructions that when we get the phone calls about how do I find a contractor, we were going to write out instructions so that we can email those to people to follow along.
Yeah, like, 'cause I think it, like you said, if people are looking for a contractor, kind of giving that prompt to people, like, here's what you can use it for.
Right.
Like the positives. Cool, thanks.
Is that it? You
Yes.
got more? Great presentation. I like it.
Thank you.
Are you excited about it?
I'm very excited about it. And there's also like dashboards that we can use internally. So I can monitor to make sure that like OpenGov looks at different people's inboxes of what they're assigned. I can look at it and make sure that things aren't all going to one planner versus the other. And you can see if inspections, if it seems like one inspector is getting overburdened with a lot of inspections or a lot of approvals, we can kind of look at that and monitor it. So it's helping with staffing decisions as well.
Can we list all the semi-trucks that are going through town and all the violations they're getting? So,
That's not me, that's police data.
all right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And good luck back at school.
Thank you.
My son's going there in 2 weeks also.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so not looking forward to moving him in. So. Thank you, trustee Hopkins. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
By trustee Daney,
Second.
second by Joe Laporte. Trustee Laporte, clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Batterman?
Yes.
Daney?
Yes.
Gansey? Yes. Hopkins? Yes. Laporte?
Yes.
Swansky?
We are adjourned.